Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Shay with The Learning Project, and today is Monday. It's the beginning of my work week. And guys, I thought it might be fun for me to do a video. At least I'm going to try to do a video every day for this entire week, just to kind of, at the end of the day, share with you kind of what my day looked like with my students, what my focuses were on, and just any highlights in my day that I think are interesting. So we're going to try it. So today is Monday, and thanks for joining along as I kind of straightened up and cleaned up my room for getting it ready for tomorrow. And also, y'all, I forgot to share with you that for the month of February, this is March, but for the month of February, I won the Teacher of the Month. So in here is my certificate for Teacher of the Month, and I was totally shocked. And it just says, in recognition of me and from my school, and it just says, we proudly present this on behalf of our school for the month of February. So yes, that was such a surprise and what a blessing. So I was teacher of the month for my elementary school for the month of February. And also here is my teaching certificate. I actually had to renew it. You know, in my district, we have to pay to renew. Let me know in your district if you have to pay to renew your teacher certification. But I had to pay $75, meet the criteria of taking all these professional development classes and hours in order to renew. And so it is renewed, it's done. I have a certificate. I'm going to turn this into my secretary, the principal secretary, so she can have that on file. So I'm good to go for another 5 years. I'll start off in the summer. I'm going to take some classes. It's my objective to take you along with me when I take classes during the summer. I also wanted to give you an update with the ringworm that I have. It is starting to heal. I named the ringworm TB for temporary Bob. I don't know if your name is Bob, don't be offended, but I named it, I gave it a name. And I said, okay, TB, temporary Bob, is healing really nicely. Hopefully it'll be another couple of days before it completely goes away. And it has a nice like ring, like a dark spot on my neck. Oh my gosh. But a friend of mine, my actual best friend, was telling me about an ointment to put on my neck to help with just the healing process. So if you know of any great ointments that you try that helps with just getting rid of it completely, please let me know. Just drop that information down in the comments below and that will help me as well. But yeah, I've been putting this ointment on it. I can't think of the name of it. I'll probably just put a picture of it, but it's like Lomatrin, something like that. But I've been putting that on and it's really been helping with the itchiness, and it's been helping with like the soreness, because yeah, the back of my neck was real sore. It's just really kind of weird. But TB, temporary Bob, is doing good. Again, if your name is Bob, no offense. And then also TB, I have another TB too, which is called temporary Bill. Temporary Bill is the name that I've given the cough that I've been having and the soreness of my throat. So that whole thing I just named TB2, which is temporary Bill too. So temporary Bill has gotten better. I got some rest over the weekend, and so my voice is coming back. And part of it too is because with, you know, kids, you're just talking all day and you're just like repeating yourself. You know, if you have kids or if you're a teacher, it's like over and over again. Put this away, put your pencil down, sit up straight, put your leg in, get your pencil out, write your name on your paper, yada, yada, yada. You can imagine. Put that back, don't do this, don't do that. So all of that times 19 students. So my voice sometimes goes. But yeah, so TB and TB2 are doing well, and I'm feeling a lot better on today. So yeah. Also, I wanted to just talk with you about what we did and what I worked on and my focuses with my students for today. All 19 of my kids were in. Nobody was sick. No one was out just for various things. Everybody was in. So that was actually fantastic, especially on a Monday. And so what we worked on in Mondays is when I introduced the spelling words for the week. And so we're working on the long A vowel sound. So we're working on the spelling words. I introduced them to the new high frequency words, or the new sight words. Those words, they were able to write those on the whiteboard. We did a lot of practice with that, as well as they have videos. We played songs and things like that. So I did that with them as well to introduce them to their new sight words for the week. Probably about half of the class already know the sight words. Like a lot of times, you know, when you read to your child, that like really opens their world up and exposes them to a lot of words. It exposes them to a lot of information. So I have a lot of parents that read to their child every night, and that just really helps make the sight word memorization and the whole reading process that much easier. So introduced students to their spelling words. We went over their sight words. I also went over the story for the week. Our story that we're going go over is called Zooborns. We talked about the author and the illustrator. We asked the 5 W's. That's how I told them the 5 W's, which is we asked the questions, who, what, when, where, and why. So I asked and answered those questions while reading the story. We did predictions about the story just by looking at the cover of the story. So, and then I read to them. We went over the words. They were like, I know this word and I know that word. So yeah, we just talked about some of the words in the story we already know. Some of them are spelling words. So we had a good time with the story. They gave it a thumbs up. I asked them to give a thumbs up or down if they like or don't like the story, but everyone's a thumbs up. Seeing the baby animals at the zoo, so that was really great. And then I also went over blends with students, like the FL, the BL, the CL blends. We just kind of reviewed that. And then also we went over phonological awareness, where we did a lot of substitution and deletion. We did that under phonics and the phonological awareness umbrella with our words. And then for math, we did a math test today, and yeah, that was pretty much it for math. We just did a math test and they did perform well. I had all one F and then one B, and then the rest of them got A's. So that roughly, I think that's 17 A's, one B, and then one F. And then for social studies, I went over some information regarding Dr. Seuss. We went over that again, and then tomorrow we have a written assignment, really some journal work with that. So today was a really full day. It wasn't as full as I wanted it to be because it was Read Across America Day. So I had one of the media center specialist came in to read to the kids a Dr. Seuss story. So all in all, today it has been a full day. It's been a really great day, and yeah, I'm getting ready to head home. I didn't tutor today. Normally on Mondays I do tutoring. I mentioned that in one of my videos where I do free tutoring with 2 of my former students, but they didn't need tutoring. They're doing really well in math right now with the particular skill that they're working on. They're actually doing really well. So yeah, didn't have to tutor them. Maybe tutoring them next week. So my day is a little bit shorter. My work day after work rather is a little bit shorter. And so yeah. So that's it for me today. Today's a Monday, and I'll pick you all up again on Tuesday. Everyone, and it is Tuesday, and I am just now arriving in my classroom in the morning. I was going to come to you guys in the evening to post about my day, but I needed to come to you in the morning because I actually have a meeting with the other kindergarten teachers after I dismiss my students today. I'm going to be in a meeting, and then right after that I have to leave. So I just wanted to come to you early in the morning just to give you a quick synopsis of what I'm going to be doing with my students. So we're going to be working on continuing with our spelling words. We're going to be working with that today. Students are going to be using them in sentences. They're going to create sentences of their own, and they're going to use the spelling words in sentences. And then I'm going to dictate sentences to them, and they're going to write them down, and making sure that they start with a capital letter, ending in punctuation. We're going to be working with their high frequency words on the whiteboard, so they're going to be writing that down, practicing them. I have, cute little mnemonic devices that I use with them to help them to remember their high frequency words or their sight words. And so, for instance, why is why. When we talk about that, I also break the word down and, tell them how to spell it, things like that. Does, we have a cute little song that goes with does. So let me just back up. Our high frequency words this week are from, does, why, and I'm missing one. Why and for. Not the number 4, but for, F-O-R, like I'm doing something for you. So I try to give them cute little ways to remember it. Like, for instance, the word does, we have a video that we watch.
Yes, it does!
It says DOES, does, and when they snap it out, DOES, and we wait, and then does. So I give them cute little ways to remember their high frequency words. Typically they do, but that's what we're going to be doing. And then we're also going to be doing some more reading comprehension. I'm going to be doing some workbook work. I'll show you at the end of the day. I'll take some pictures just so you can see the type of work that we use, the workbook, excuse me, that we use to just kind of reinforce some of the skills that I'm teaching them. That's going to be for like language arts, and for reading, I'm going to reread the story that I read to them yesterday, Zooborns, and then we're going to do a text-to-text comparison. So a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, we had a book called Rain that we were working on, and there's similarities between that book and the book of Zooborns that we're reading this week. So we're going to do a text-to-text comparison with that. And then we're just going to see the similarities and the differences between those two texts or those two books. So we're going to look at that. We're going to talk about sequencing, the beginning, being able to articulate the beginning, the middle, and the end of a book. So we're going to do verbal discussion. I may have them do like a foldable on that, but we'll see. I'll come back and let you know if we did that. And then for math, we're going to introduce a new chapter where we're going to talk about 3D shapes. And also I'm going to do some review with them of their addition and their subtraction, because a lot of times I introduce that in the beginning of the year, and if you don't like refresh it for them and kind of revisit it, then they'll kind of forget some of the skills to come up with the answers of the equation. So I'll go over that with them for math. And then for social studies, we're going to actually write out about Dr. Seuss. So we've been learning about him, and now they're going to do a written journal work assignment, and I'm going to grade that. So that's essentially what I have set up for today. I'm going to weave into the lessons more work. For instance, we're going to do more phonological awareness, where we're going to be doing manipulating phonemes. I share that with you in another video. And then I think I may interweave a couple of other skills and concepts just for refresher, maybe talking about singular and plural words, just to kind of go over that, as well as, I think that might be it. So that's a lot, but yeah, they can handle it, and we're going to be doing that. So yes, that's the plan for today. Also, I wanted to show you TB is looking healing, but my gosh, look at that scar, TB. And then it started itching over here a little bit, but I put some cream on TB. Temporary Bob is what I've named this little infectious little ringworm, TB, because he's temporary, and Bob, like I said, don't get offended if your name is Bob, but it's healing up well. So hopefully this week will be it, and it will be totally healed, and that can work on getting rid of this heinous scar. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then TB2, the cough, and then the nasal sinus activity that I've been having, that is actually getting better as well. So I'm feeling better, I'm breathing better. So TB and TB2. TB2 is temporary bill, that's the cough. That is actually getting better. So TB and TB2 are getting better, and I'm ready, for a fun-filled, packed day of work. But I will kind of let you know how all that went. I'll try to insert some pictures of the students' work that they've completed today as well. So that's what we got going for a wonderful Tuesday, a Tuesday of learning. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a little bit. And just like that, Wednesday is done, and it is the end of my workday. I actually had a faculty meeting for 1 hour at the end of my day. So on Wednesdays in my school, we have early dismissal, and then we go straight into our faculty meeting. So we had that. My faculty meeting is over. They had cake, they had chocolate cake, so that was a plus. And it was just a lot of data going over, just a lot of results of our total school, the students' data from like standardized tests, to see where our school needs to land or be at when we have the last and final standardized test. My throat, as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a little bit raspy. I've been doing a lot of talking, a lot of teaching, and I've just noticed that sometimes it just gets raspy. But TB2, temporary build 2, my chest and my cough and everything, I'm feeling better. And then this is TB, temporary bob. As you can see, I'll get a little bit closer. It's still getting better. And yep, it's still not fully like down. It's still an area where it's a little bit bumpy, but the ringworm is getting better. So hopefully it'll be done and over with like soon. It's already Wednesday, so hopefully by Friday. But I just wanted to come and give you a recap of my day. Today, my students were extremely focused. I typically have really good classroom management, so they're able to stay focused and to keep the pace that I have them on, so that's a plus. And so today what we did was we went over the 5 W's of who, what, when, where, and why for our story. And we also, I think tomorrow, which is Thursday, I'm going to have them do a foldable to sequence the beginning, middle, and end of our story, Zooborns, because I'm asking them, my students, like, what happened with the story? And they're just, the elephant, they're not able to like really tell me succinctly, this is what happened at the beginning, this is what happened in the middle, and this is what happened in the end. So I think tomorrow we're going to do a graphic organizer of a foldable so they can kind of show me in pictures and in sentences, this is what happened in the beginning, middle, and end, and we can talk about main ideas and stuff like that. So we'll see if I do that tomorrow, but that's on my agenda. I'm going to insert some pictures of their actual work so you can see what we worked on. But what we worked on today was we worked in our workbook a little bit more, working on like filling in the sentence, kind of like what we call closed reading, where they have a word bank and then they fill in the sentence or the word that goes into that sentence. So we did that. We worked on with the whiteboard, we worked on our spelling words. We actually did some whiteboard work with that, and we also, we did whiteboard work with that. And we also had a worksheet with that as well. We worked on our sight words, where they wrote that on the whiteboards, and then they used them in a sentence as well. And we worked on the letter U in the middle and being in the medial position. So we worked on the letter U, and they had to identify where the U was. Really, they had to identify if the U was at the beginning or the middle of a word. So for instance, I would say a word. The word is sun. Where's the U? And they would say in the middle. They would show me on their arm. And then I would say umbrella, and they would say So they were just really kind of, phonological awareness work on finding specifically where the U sound was, whether it was at the middle or the beginning of a word. So we worked on that on the whiteboard, and then we also did it audibly. And then students did a reading comprehension worksheet, and they also did a worksheet on a rhyme. I've noticed that I have about 4 students. I have like 15 students who are doing good with rhyme. They're getting A's on their rhyme work, but I have 4 students who they're just having a rough time. So what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to actually pull up some websites on YouTube that discuss rhyme. And so I'm going to send those websites home to their parents and have their parents work with them at home on rhyme as I work with them kind of like in tandem in school. So I can help them to hear rhyme a little bit better. They just need extra work with rhyme. So I'm going to do that. We did that today, but I'm going to send the work home, the information home for the websites. And then we also did for math, we worked on 3D and 2D shapes. We also worked on telling time. We did some whiteboard work where they had to, I put it on my Promethean board, and then they had to write down the answers. So we did whiteboard work for math with telling time, with them knowing their tally marks, being able to count that, with them also doing addition sentences and doing that. I'm going to work with them for subtraction sentences on next week. And then for social studies, for science, we're looking at magnets. So we're still looking at force of motion, but we're looking at how magnets move things and understanding the north and south poles of the magnets and understanding the negative and positive aspects of it as well. So we started that. So that was today's work. And it was a busy day, a great day. The kiddos did really well on the assignment that I graded, where it was a grade that was together where it had reading comprehension and it had the rhyme. I had 15 students that received an A and then 4 students that received an F. So it's almost kind of like either you knew it or you didn't. Now the ones that received an F, they actually did well on the sentence reading. My students are reading well and comprehending well. They did not do well on the rhyme piece of it. So it was two parts to it. But I'm going to follow up with that, and they're going to have to do some more work at home, like extra work with rhyme. So that's it for today in a nutshell, and then I will see you on tomorrow. Today is Thursday, and I accomplished a lot with my students. I'm going to insert some songs and a little bit of audio of some things that we did on today. I'll also insert the pictures of the work that we did today for English language arts, for math, and for science. So I'm going to insert the pictures, but just to give you an overview, we went over once again, our spelling words, our sight words. We went over some reading. We did some work in our workbook, as well as on our whiteboards. For math, we went over some of the 3D shapes, specifically the cylinder and the sphere. Actually, the cube and the sphere. And then for science, I also went over magnets once again. So I'll insert all of the clips now. See you Friday. Each letter makes a sound. Let's count them out now. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Each letter makes a sound. Let's go! Well, good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning, and I wanted to bring you along on this last day. Thank you all for joining me all week to see what my work week looks like. And I didn't show you everything, of course, but I just kind of gave you the highlights of my week this week. And if you have joined me every day, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos and watching this video. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. If you like my content, please share, as well as please give it a thumbs up and please comment. And yeah, so today is Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of my work week and the last day. Yes, so it's going to be a lot of testing, a lot of assignments, graded assignments today. I'm going to show you their finished work, as well as I'm going to share with you any fun songs or sing-alongs that we do today. Also, I think out of all of the tests, we're going to have some tests for English language arts, like our sight word test, our spelling test, our sentence dictation. We have that every Friday. We're probably going to have some reading comprehension and may have them work on like some handwriting that I grade as well. For math, it might be a graded assignment, and for science, we're going to do an assignment with magnets. But the only test I'm really concerned about, or the only assignment, is going to be the high frequency word test. Typically, my students do well or fare well, except for that one student, on all of their tests, but that high frequency word test. But I have been going over and over and over and over and over and over it again. So we're going to see how they do. I'll share those results with you. And yeah, on yesterday, which was Thursday, the only thing that I didn't film, well, I didn't film my whole day, but the only thing that I didn't film after hours was me working on my lesson plans. I figured I'll do another video about that. It was like tedious. It took me like an hour to do the lesson plans. But after I did that, then I went ahead and went home. So, all right, guys, thank you again for subscribing and watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your comments as well. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This was one of my longer videos, but I thought it would be fun to take you along on this teacher journey. Yup, okay. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Shay with The Learning Project. See you later. See you later. It's Friday.
This is how we rock with